Yeah, Danielle, we're just hearing now, according to the Washington Post, Lisa Cook says she will not resign. She disputes President Trump's authority to fire her. She also says that no cause exists for the president to fire her either. This is according to reporting from the Washington Post. So Lisa Cook refusing to step down and disputing the president's authority to force her out. Polka, I do want to return to you now for some more thoughts on this. I mean, what's the more urgent concern for the Fed at the moment? Threats to its independence and credibility, or is it just good old inflation and employment data as we count down to that September meeting?
So I think to Danielle's point, I would like to add there that there is the point around not questioning the integrity of the governors, and that they will act in according to their responsibilities. However, investors are a little more fickle than that. Investors get more worried about it. So it's also about what signaling this is sending is very important to keep in mind when you're thinking about market reactions. In terms of the September meeting, I think one rate cut is baked in, 25 basis points. I don't think that there will be much, there won't be too much of an inflation surprise to change that decision. Labor market, it's not weak, but it is showing signs of weakness. So it is probably the right time for the Fed to not be too behind the curve on that. But this actually throws, this action this morning throws a lot in the spanner, in which you question the decision that the Fed is taking. Is it under pressure from the White House, and is that why this decision was taken? So there's going to be a lot of questions that will be raised by investors, and the decisions will be made based on that.
Does any of this political pressure cause you to adjust your thinking around rate cut bets and timing, or like the Fed, are you just continuing to look at the data and look at market conditions?
No, we have to look at everything. I mean, all this plays a role in it. I think markets will factor in a more dovish Fed going forward, especially after Jerome Powell's term is over. And there may be some euphoria in the market because of expected lower rates in the short term. Because remember, there's the short-term traders, there's the long-term investors, but the risk to the longer term, and we are long-term investors, we are more concerned about what it does to the U.S. economy on the whole.
Danielle, I just want to end this conversation with some of your views. There's a move against Lisa Cook. She's refusing to go. Once this is over, though, do you suspect there might be more pressure on other Fed governors to go? Or do you suspect President Trump, if he manages to secure a majority of his own appointees on the board, that will be enough? When are we going to see the end of this is basically what I'm asking.
Gosh, you know, Paul, I wish I could even begin to venture a guess as to when we see an end. 12 months ago, I would have never thought that I would have seen this happen, much less see the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics be called down from her post as well. You know, to Polko's point, everything right now makes us very nervous, including whether or not there's a next person who may or may not be in the crosshairs, and for that matter, whether or not we're going to be getting good data coming out of the new Bureau of Labor Statistics as early as September the 5th. So many open questions. I wish I could be more definitive on what the U.S. president is going to do next.
All right, Danielle DiMartino-Booth, former advisor to the president of the Dallas Fed. Thank you so much. And Polka Mishra of Javelin Wealth Management. Please stay with us. We've got plenty of other market news to discuss as well. But just to recap for you, the big breaking news of this hour, Lisa Cook, Fed governor, says she is not going to resign. This is according to reporting from the Washington Post. She disputes President Trump's authority to fire her and force her out. She says no cause exists for Trump to fire her. So Lisa Cook making it pretty clear that she's not going anywhere.